ब्रह्मानन्दं परमसुखदं केवलं ज्ञानमूर्तिं द्वन्द्वातीतं त्रिगुणरहितं तत्समस्यादिलक्ष्यम् एकं नित्यं विमलमचलं सर्वधी साक्षीभूतं भावातीतं गगनसदृशं सद्गुरुं तं नमामि. We are taking 33 stanza of chapter 1 Srimad Bhagavad Gita. Arjun telling in this stanza, Eshamarthe kangshitam no rajyam bhoga sukhani cha ta ime avyavasthitaha yuddhe pranastyatva dhanani cha. Eshamarthe kangshitam nah rajyam bhoga sukhani cha te ime avyavasthitaha yuddhe pranan tyaktva dhanani cha. Na we esham for those person arthe for them rajyam it means the territory, bhoga it means the all the comfortability, all the goods and all best things, cha or and sukhani the material of the pleasantness. Kangshitam it means we require. They themselves, ime they all, dhanani of the treasure, cha and pranan the lives, tyaktva living, yuddhe in the battle, avasthita it means they are standing. My dear Arjun, for those person we earn the money, sorry, my dear Krishna, for those person we earning the money, we accumulating all the facilities and luxury and aristocracy and the power and the rajya and the state. We earn all these things for those person. They themselves standing here in front me, against me. They are ready to give up his lives and ready to give us in all their all treasures. Oh my God, Krishna, what can we do? My dear friend, this is the worldly meaning of this stanza. Now we are taking the deep meaning of this stanza, then we will take the secret meaning of this stanza. My dear friend, the Sadguru says to live beyond the senses, beyond the mind, beyond the intellect, beyond the mood or beyond the ego. Then the disciple or seeker think, how can he live without senses? How can he live without mood, without intellect and without brain, without mind? Not brain, mind. So he think and imaged, how can we do after enlightenment? Hanas asked me, what will we do after enlightenment? A person was meditating in America 4 years ago, 5 years ago. He was also asking this question, and some rogue person put in his brain that after enlightenment he will die. So he run away. So this question comes in everyone's mind. How can we live without senses? Because Sadguru says you must live beyond the senses. How can we live without the lust? Because the Sadguru is saying, don't live without the lust and do not live in lust. How can we live without the treasure? Because all our efforts is earning the treasure, money and etc. How can I alive without the five sensory organs, bhogas or the inputs? He think like a mad. He think that Sadguru will stop their food, Sadguru will stop the drinking water, Sadguru will stop the taking the breath. How foolish thinking of the seekers have. My dear friend, he don't know, he do not imagine that what stage Sadguru want to give him. He will drink the water, but he will drink with consciousness. He will eat the food, but he will eat food in consciousness, not unconscious like these days. He will involve in the physical relationship, but he will stand in consciousness. He will talk to the sons, daughters, family member, relatives, but he will talk with the consciousness. Now he is talking unconscious. Now he is eating in unconsciousness. Now he is drinking in unconsciousness. Now he is walking in unconsciousness. So my dear friend, that is only the change of unconscious to consciousness. But the foolish mind project many dilemmas, doubts, and push the person away from Sadguru, because the mind and intellect produce and give in front of the disciple many doubtful condition, and he never satisfied by the answer of the master, because he has no experience of the consciousness. He has all experience of unconsciousness. That's why he think the Sadguru is giving the simple food in this divine practices. How can I eat the simple food without any spice? How can I eat the continuously the fruits and the milk and the dalia, the granules of the wheat and the moong dal? So his mind brings a disobedience against Sadguru. That's why he thinks Sadguru says, keep silence. And Sadguru says, see the internal sights, internal changes in the mind, intellect and ego. But he has no experience of that, because when he live in the Sakshi, that he feel the sadness and the boredom, because the mind create the boredom for push him away from Sadguru. But he do not know. That's why the many seekers run away from Sadguru. Because total inner sensory organs, the mind, intellect and ego, they project boredom and depression. Like this Arjun is facing the depression, and they are also create the internal depression. They think I can leave everything, but I cannot leave my wife. But Sadguru is teaching like that. How can I love with my wife? But he fool do not know that he will love his wife more than these days. Because when you are full of internal love, then only you put your hand on the head of the wife will satisfy. If you are in position of hate and the conspiracy of contradiction with your wife, your opinion is not matching with the wife, you are fighting, quarreling, and even you do anything, but wife will not satisfy with your behavior. So the physical love is lesser than mental love, and mental love is very, very lesser than spiritual love. So the Sadguru can satisfy every his lover and seeker only by the spiritual love. There is no need even the touch. So the Krishna was satisfying millions of his devotees, wives and gopis without any physical presence. Only the feeling of the spiritual and divine love is most powerful. But the seeker do not know. The seeker is completely blind in the field of the divinity and the spirituality. So that's why as his mind project confusions and the projection, a seeker follow that projections and confusions, and seeker caught in the conspiracy of the mind, intellect and the ego. And that conspiracy brings a contradiction with the Sadguru. That conspiracy break the faith and respect with the Sadguru. That conspiracy make a negativity, and this conspiracy make a harassment. That conspiracy make a downshoulderness. That conspiracy make a depression against the spiritual internal path of enlightenment, or we can say the internal battle Mahabharata. So the Arjun don't want to fight, so every seekers don't want to do meditation. He want only live as it is, as he is living. Because the mind of seekers knows, if the seeker will become enlightened, then I will not remain. The intellect knows that if the seeker will enlighten, that my conspiracies and my tactics and my techniques and my internal rogueness, they will not effective on this seeker. So they make a seeker ready to fight with the Sadguru and go away from Sadguru. My dear friend, the life of a human is only the exposure of his physical and mental body. The life of a human is a demonstration of his attachment and his desires with the sensory organs hunger. The person is living for the satisfaction of the sensory organs hunger. He is living for seeing good things and tasting good food and smelling good aromas and hearing the music and touching very soft and stimulating things. So the person only knows the experiences and lust of the five sensory organs. His maximum energy is flowing towards the first chakra. His maximum energy is going with the physically love. So that's why he do not know the conspiracy of the Maya. Because Maya want to use that person, Maya want to use the Jiva to regenerate his species and the genres. Because Maya want to stability of their creation, their puppets, their idols on this earth. So Maya gives every type of facilities. Those persons, they are supporting with the Maya. I want to give you an example. When you were the child, your voice was very sweet, your body was very flexible, you can easily bear the cold atmosphere or the hot atmosphere. I see the children, they are playing in the streets in the 42 temperature in the summer. They are playing. They have no sunstroke. I see the children, they are playing cricket in the cold waves atmosphere. They have no feeling of the cold. They have no feeling of the hotness. Because the Maya gives them the capacity. The Maya gives them the sedation and the mesmerism. Because the Maya make them instrument in the future for the reproduction. But you do not understand. Masters understand only what is the game of the Maya. You see, the adolescence stage of a person, what a glorious cheeks, what a pinkish lips, what a glorious eyes, what a nice soft hair, what a beautiful face, what a beautiful body of the boy or girls. Total arrangement of attraction of each other. The Maya, the nature, put all the attachment, all the arrangement of this type of attachment. And you can see that the secretion of endocrine glands and by the master glands and the glands, they are very, very effective in that stage. The progesterone and the testosterone and everything is good, and the secretion of the gallbladder is very fine. The wild is coming appropriately. They can digest any type of food. So, they are the prince and the princess of the Maya, because the Maya want reproduction by them. Maya want is stable the numbers, increase the numbers of the jivas, numbers of the living beings by them. Not even the main child of the man, but you can see the dogs puppies, cats puppies, wild animals puppies, the lions puppies, the zebra puppy, the elephant's child. They are all beautiful in the childhood, and you attract them. Oh, what a beautiful chap. But fool, you do not know. That is the game of Maya. And they are attracting to you, to making you fool also, because you cannot do the meditation. You attach with them, you care the animals, and you involve your energy, and you do not involve your energy in meditation. You do not know. The Maya make the fool. To the Jad Bharat, he was enlightened, near to enlightenment, very near to enlightenment. But unfortunately, he was bathing in the river, and the puppy of the deer came on his laps because his mother was died in the jumping in the river, because a lion was want to kill his mother. And he was take that puppy to the ashram, and his all consciousness was flowing toward the puppy, and he was completely forget the meditation and spiritual practices. So Maya want to make you fool, and you are easily being fool. I am not telling that you do not love animals, but I am telling you, do everything with the consciousness. My dear friend, you can see the flowers. When the flowers blossom, very good attraction for the insect, the bees, the bhauras. They goes to the flower, and the Maya is provide the nectar from the ovary of the flower, and they suck that honey, that nectar, and they help the Maya in the pollination of flower, and flower become the fruit, and fruit having the seed. When the fruit is ripe, the seed is okay, Maya start the decayation of the fruit. The fruit is coming, destroying. He has become bad smelling. He has the decayation. The food is decay day by day. So you are also the same procedure, but you do not know. When you are young, you got married, you produce the child. After producing the child, they grow in adolescence, and you are falling in the ripe age, and after all, Maya kick out you in the waiting list of the death. This is the conspiracy of Maya, but you never understand. So this stanza is telling here, the secret meaning of this stanza is telling here that you should be aware about the conspiracy of Maya. Arjun do not know this conspiracy of Maya. This is the network of the Maya. This is the roughness of Maya. This is the cheating of the Maya. This is the tilasm of the Maya. And Maya make a very great thing also. He put your all consciousness towards your body, and you become completely body conscious person. You never knows anything. You are body conscious, you are family conscious, then you are conscious with your job, and then you are conscious with your society responsibility, and at last you are conscious with your nation, and you have no time for your self-awareness. And if you have some time, that the priest and pandit, pujari and other person, they give you the capsule, the short capsule to do the spiritual and divine practices, and you are again make be fool. You are doing some wrong practices, and you say, you satisfy, oh, it is okay, okay. And many times you told to the Sadguru, oh, I do not need enlightenment. I am satisfied in my place. I put the temple and respect the God, and it is enough for me. That type of conspiracy of Maya. And you are continuously feeling the insecurity. You are continuously feeling the fear. You are continuously feeling the incentives in the divine field, religious field. And you knows that this world is the base of unpleasant and unpeacefulness, but you involve in the world, you do not involve with the Satguru. This is the Maya. So the Arjun is telling, so what is wrong telling Arjun? Arjun is telling right, because he is living at that stage. And the mental status of Arjun is like that, this stage. A person goes to the pilgrimage. Why he goes to pilgrimage? He want to live very nicely. He want to complete his responsibility very nicely. He want to good money. He want to save from problems of life. He don't want to enlightenment. Person think he got married, that is good achievement of life. Person think he had good job, he get great achievement of life. But the biggest achievement and worst peace. He get biggest achievement, but he get worst level of peace and consciousness. He goes to the foreign tour for the satisfaction. He take the oath of the cabinet minister for satisfaction. He get the Bharat Ratnam, Padma Shri, but internal side He is even not a ratna of the peace, or he is not a conscious person. He completely live in unconsciousness. Sometimes he feel the illness, sometimes he feel the face the accident, sometimes he die. Then firstly, what do the family? What do the relatives? What do the friend? They all call after the death or in the serious sickness of that person. So, all the pleasant occasions and all the sad occasions, he called the friends and family and relatives, then he feel the satisfaction. He feels some relief. But there is no anyone who can take his pain and who can take his pleasure. No anyone. But he is helpless. He do not do anything because it is the tradition of his life. It is the tradition of the Maya. So the Arjun tell, what we will do? To take the money, to take the emperor, to take the position, to win this battle, what we will do? Whom we will call after the victory? In whom we will celebrate our victory? Because the celebratory person, they are all died by me. Family and relatives and brothers and all fathers and all grandfathers and the teachers, they will kill in this battle by me. Then who will celebrate my victory? The same position of Arjuna and same position of you. So he said, I do not need the fighting. I do not need the battle. So this the Geeta, this Mahabharata is not outer side Geeta or Mahabharata. This is inner side Geeta, inner side Mahabharata, because you are used to live in the sensory organs, and beyond the sensory organs, how can you live? You do not imagine this highest stage of consciousness. Because the Sadguru take you in the mind, intellect, out of mind, intellect and ego. But you are only and only knower. You are only and only liver. You are living in only mind, intellect and ego. The mind is your king. You are not king. Your mind is your king. So my dear friend, that Aman stage, silent and detached mind stage, which Sadguru is providing you, that is never match with your internal mental status, mind, intellect and ego status, that never match. So you think, how can we live without mind, intellect and ego? Because the Gyanis was very few. The Kabir was one, the Redas was one, the Gorakh was one, the Buddha was one, the Mahavir was one, the Nanak was one. The Gyani is very few, and general persons, they are millions and billions living around, surrounding that seeker. So the negative feeding is more than positive feeding. So that person think, how can I live without the sensory organs availing? How can I live with my wife? How can I live without treasure? How can live without all the bhogas? So the mind make a painful condition inside. A mind make a very, very quarrel condition and very, very unpleasant condition. So he feel very uneasy, and maybe he leave the Sadguru and maybe he go away from this consciousness of awareness. My dear friend, many years ago there was a real phenomena, there was a real story, not a fake story. A person came to my Sadguru, and he was a very good orator of Atma Jnana, and he was very good orator of Vedas, Upanishads and etc. Because he has only worldly knowledge. He has no experience about enlightenment, but many persons, they do the pravachans, they do the holy descriptions, katha, etc. They can talk very nicely, but they have no experience, they have zero experience. So that person came, and that person was talking about Upanishads, Vedas, Purana to my Sadguru. To my Sadguru say, my dear friend, are you enlightened? Okay, yes, I am enlightened. So Sadguru say, okay, I want to do a experience with you. So he say, yes, do what you want to do. I am telling that you can see the mountain in front of our ashram. You say, yes, I see that mountain. He is 6 miles away from ashram. Yes. You see the top, there was a rest house. Yes, there is a rest house. I will put you there only 6 months in that rest house, and I will provide everything, food, clothes, shelter, fruits, everything I will provide according to the enlightened person. And you can bath there, you can breakfast, you can take the dinner, you can take the lunch, everything there. There is very good accommodation, very good bed for sleep, everything is okay. But there will be no any telephone, there will be no any mobile phone, there will be no any newspaper, there will be no any connection with your relatives, your family or your friends. No anyone can meet you, even my disciple also not meet you with you. Only 6 months you live there and then come out. My disciple will come every 3 times and he will not meet you. There will be a window and my disciple will put their breakfast, lunch and dinner and milk and fruit, and he will come. And all thing I will give you according to the meditation. I will not give you the spicy food. I will give you the fruit, milk and juice of fruits. Everything is pure. So that person was egoistic person. He accepted the challenge. And he went to that rest house. After some time, 2 or 3 days or 4 days, 2-3 days after, when the person goes to giving the food and the fruit, he see that the door was broken and there is no person. He was run away from the rest house. So that is the stage of your mind. You cannot stay in the guidance of the Sadguru. You need your mind, you need your world, you need the Maya, you need the nature. So your mind says, Esha marte kanchitam na rajyam bhogani sukhanche. You can give up the kingdom, you can give up every achievement, you give up the even Atma Jnana, the supreme stage of consciousness, but you cannot give up the hunger of your sensory organs. You cannot give up your ego. Because your ego, saved by your family, your friends, your sensory organs, your mind, your intellect, your ego, your society, you have the mental relationship with many persons. Your consciousness is submerged in many places, and you have not free consciousness. Your consciousness is bound consciousness. Your consciousness is unconsciousness, like living. My dear friend, I want to give some examples. The relationship of consciousness. If you are tell any adverse word against the family of any person, he won't kill you. If you announce any word of the caste, he will report you in the police. That is the level of your consciousness. You can criticize the God. You can criticize the God and Goddess, but you cannot criticize a man. You cannot use any single word against any caste, any creed, or any nationality, or any black and white. You cannot use. This is your connection of consciousness with the false illusion of the Maya. So I tell in my every discourses, many discourses, you are the broken consciousness person, and Sadhguru wants to join your consciousness together. Your consciousness is spread and divided and lost in many places, many relationships, many times, and many past, present and futures memories. So the Arjun is telling that is okay. Arjun is telling that is okay. That is a psychological fact. Every person will say the same Arjun is telling. Every person will think the same Arjun is thinking. Every person will behave the same as Arjun is behaving. This is the basic nature of the Jiva. Because Jiva cannot live without sensory organs. Jiva cannot live without male or female. Jiva cannot live without the sons and daughters. Jiva cannot live without the facilities and money. So, when the Sadguru provide you the simple food and the meditation, awareness, Sakshi meditation, so you are limited in a very small area of awareness. Because there is no any functional thing, there is no any activity, there is no any doing, there is only seeing, there is silent. When you stand in the silence, when you stand in the not doing like doing, then your mind become very uncomfortable. There your mind is feel that a God feel in front of the butcher's knife. Then the Sadguru, you see like a butcher. Your mind see that Sadguru is a butcher. He is cutting your mind, intellect and ego. So they want to run away from the butcher's knife. I want giving another example. A Pandit came in my house about 20 years ago. He was a very nice Pandit of the Bhagavad orator. And he had the pseudo seeking. He was a pseudo seeker, wrong seeker. His mind imposed that he is a seeker. He was not seeker. So he told me, I want to meet the God, I want to know the Atma Jnana, I want to be enlightened, I want to make this life successful and the last peak of awareness. I say, okay, come. His abdomen was very big. He was a very fleshy person. He eat extraordinary. He eat the milk and the fried food and many things and many spice. And the main thing is that he was chewing the tobacco. I say, okay. I have a one condition only. Pandit Sayyas told me. I say that I will not give you the spicy food, snacks, fried food, puri, sweet, the rabdi, samosa, kachori. I will not give you this bhajia. Okay. He say, okay. He told me, I want to take the Guru Diksha oath from you. I will give you Guru Diksha oath after the 15 days. You stay with me. Then what happened? He came in the morning. When in the time of the noon, we are sitting for the taking our lunch, prasadam. My serviceman came in 2 plates. There was the granule of the wheat and the moong dal and water and nothing. After some time, I see he was eating very nicely, very pleasantly. He was very happy. Okay. The evening came and the same food was there. There was without spicy moong dal and the boiled lauki and the dalia, the granules of, and he eating. I see he eating very nicely. And in the morning, he was stand and he was try to chew tobacco. I say no tobacco, because I told you, as I eat, as you can eat. So he was very unpleasant, because the tobacco is very necessary need of his life. But anyway, he control his need. Second day, the same food. And the second day evening, he was very feeling unpleasant about the food, and he asked me, my dear Sadguru, please, I want some achar, some black chili and the red chili I want. I say, why you need the black chili and red chili? Oh, I cannot eat this type of simple food. I say, okay. Second day, I provide them the achar from other person's house, and he is eating the food. But I do not change that food. And I say, you stay in the meditation. Continuously 70 minutes meditation, you stay. But he want talk to me more and more. He don't want to silence. Within the 5th days, I see he was arranging his bag to go. I ask, what happened? Some person insult you? Any deficit of my service? No, I do not need enlightenment. I can't live this type. And he was bent away. So, the person had to leave the sensory organs, unconsciousness. He want to go in unconsciousness, but he do not want the enlightenment or complete liberation, because he is all the inner side like the Arjuna. as Arjun want to give up the battle and want to run away from the battle. This is not mental condition of that Pandit. This is the mental condition of all persons. They can eat simple food, but they cannot leave the lust inside. They have no lust, they want to search lust in the food and drink and dance and talk. This is also a lust. Because they are searching the interest in the life. And the enlightenment and the meditation is not interest, it is give up interest and take the ultimate truth of the ultimate authority which is living in you in the form of highest consciousness, that is Atma. So the spiritual journey is not a pleasure. The spiritual journey is not an adventure. A spiritual journey is the continuous practice of awareness. So the mind always feel uncomfortable in the awareness because the mind do not like awareness. He want unconsciousness. The mind don't want sacrifice himself in the feet of the Sadguru. He wants surrender in the feet of the sensory organs stimulations. Money, woman, wine and good food. He wants surrender there. So I teach my seekers how to live detachment with the mind. As the child is sleeping in the bed and the mother, want to awake him, and the child don't want to awake because the time of school is near. So sometime when mother awake him, he shout on mother, or sometime he bite the hand of mother also. That type your mind bite the Sadguru sometime. Sometime your mind is backbite the Sadguru. Sometime your mind is stand against the Sadguru and make the propaganda against the Sadguru. So all the conspiracy of your mind and your habitat and habits from the millions of the years, and you are reading the books and you are making very nice weapons from the books, and you are ready to against fight with the Sadguru by the quotation of the books, by the stanzas of the books, by the blind type of teaching of the books, because your all consciousness, your all mind, your all intelligence is limited up to the books. So my dear friend, be careful. This mind, intellect and ego can demolish your love and faith with the Sadguru. So you should be careful. Only and only the seeker like Arjun can stand with the Sadguru because his love is complete with the Sadguru, his faith is complete with the Sadguru. The Arjun not run away from the battle, but you can run away from this internal battle. इसलिए that's I want to say, if you are stay with me, you will get. The person who will stay, who will blessed. Person who will run away, who will not blessed. Because you are run away from the surgeon's table, how can surgeon transformate your organ? Change your organ. So the Arjun is tell ta ime avastita yuddha prana tattva dhanani cha. Therefore the a person earn the money for his family and his life enjoyment. He is not earning money for the awareness. His pranas, his life energy is flowing towards all the worldly relationships and worldly attachment. He can give up his life also for the family, for the money, for the relationship. He is top class, mesmerized, and he is a highly unconscious person. In the physical body, in the mental body, in the ignorance, in the ego. He is completely in the anesthesia. He is completely in the prison. He is completely in the deep, blind, black, andhakara, darkness, living in the great darkness. So, this is the tunnel of the darkness, and this is the infinite long tunnel. He never knows the 84 millions birth again and again and several times, how long time, the billions of years he live in this blind tunnel. My dear friend, I pray to the Sadguru, I pray to the God. You never caught in this type of blindness, infinite blindness. You enlighten very soon by my help, and you awake in your existence, and you achieve the supreme pleasure of enlightenment. You break this sleep of the Maya. You give up this attachment of the Maya. You take the Atma Jnanas, ocean of the nectar. This is my blessings to you. And my dear friend, for this you do the meditation of Sakshi 70 minutes per day. When you do this meditation, you will become the physical healthy, because there is no tension, there is no dilemma, there is no worried. After doing this meditation 4 or 5 months, you will become a complete worriedless and tensionless person, and tension created diseases, they will not come in your life. That's why you will be physically healthy, and you will become a very, very nice observer or keen observer of every minute change of mind. So you will never caught in mania, phobia, schizophrenia, depression and other diseases. And you will see the lust, you will see the anger, you will see the greed. So you will not caught in any conspiracy of lust, anger and greed, or any crime, or any type of economic crime, and crime against women, or crime against any man. So you will live a complete life, a complete conscious life, and this type of aware person will increase in the families and the societies. The families and society will turn like a heaven, become like a heaven. And the nations, they have the mutual understanding and love each other. There is no need of any bar. The bar will goodbye. So the bar will goodbye. So no need of every nation. The big establishment of the army infrastructure and the army goods and the weapons and all these things. So we can save a lot of money from physical hospitals, mental hospitals, courts, police stations and judiciaries and other economic disorders. So that money can be used to the beautification of our earth. We can develop new forest. We can make this earth like a heaven, because we can make the ecological balance. We can meet out the gases. They are creating increasing the temperature on the earth. Carbon dioxide, etc. We can stop the eruption of ozone level. We can stop the greenhouse gases. We can do every balance very nicely if we all do this meditation. So my dear friend, this money we can use in the poor persons. They have no shelter, they have no good food, they have no good water, so we can be serve many types on this earth. And my dear friend, that's why I take this challenge in a form of mission. The name of mission is World Peace by Meditation. And my instrument, my base, my center, my powerful thing is that meditation of awareness. My dear friend, please join us. Learn this meditation. Teach this meditation. Be the teacher of this meditation. And be the master of meditation. This is total free. No profit, no loss business. This is totally non-religious meditation. Not Hindu, not a Muslim, not Christian, no any religion, differentiation or prejudiceness. This is completely global and universal meditation. This is like a calculator, fountain pen, wristwatch. This is the completely spiritual, scientific invention. So no hesitation. Please adopt this meditation and stand in your religion. I will no objection. I love you very much because we are one consciousness. We are one love. We are one light. There is only one God existence. Even you do not know believe on the God, you can do this meditation for the sake of physical and mental health and peacefulness. Love you very much, my dear friend. If you like my discourse, please subscribe the channel on YouTube. I am very thankful to YouTube and the Facebook. I am doing the good work by Facebook and YouTube made by this medium, and I want to giving you the information. There is 4 camps, meditation camps is going on in this world. One is in Delhi, 24 July, Noida, Delhi, India. And second is in Puerto Rico, and third is also in Puerto Rico, St. John, and fifth is in New York, Times Square, USA, and sixth is in New Jersey, my disciples' house. So please, all of you invited in the camps, and all of you invited in my love, blessings, and this divine awareness. Thank you very much. Love you very much.